the Dallas sideline, it is their head coach. His team playing exceptional football, 8-2 in their last 10. Opposite him, the Niners' Kyle Shanahan. His team fell on the road last week trying to turn things around in front of the home folks here. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
A huge play right off the bat, 33 yards.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken back. With that, I will give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game.
2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Now a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, 49ers.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you...
And he's into the end zone. What a start. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. Will Lutz now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead.
Niners 7, Cowboys nothing.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. To return is Greg Dortch. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end. And the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
Just a yard on first down. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. He completes this one to Mechie. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. You allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
38 now. Here's second down and 7.
Delayed game, offense.
Here's a handoff to Genty. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
Lamore on the tackle. A gain of 6 on the play. And this is third down.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
On fourth down, they snap it to Dak. That's taken in. He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
First and 10. Prescott now. That's complete to Cavante Turpin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 15. First down, Cowboys.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
A quick throw, going to be caught by Pickens. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line. A huge play for Dallas. And even 30 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Touchdown, Dallas.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. Cowboys come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Brandon Ayuk heading back onto the field with his 49er teammates. And he has been a big play guy all season. Currently ranked among the best in the NFL in terms of receiving touchdowns. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Purdy on target to Ayuk, and the 49ers have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Gets this one into the hands of Dewan Jennings. And he will go all the way. Dewan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will move out to a 14-7 lead. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Dortch now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now, Prescott. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. And is downfield to the tight end Pitts. A great connection there. It's going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. A big play for the Cowboys. 42 yards.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run the draw with Genty. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Dak. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. On 1st and 10, it's Genty. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On second down, it's Dak. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byers.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey, and he's going to have this one up near the 28. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5.
From the 33, here's second and 5.
33-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to McCaffrey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
That is a big gain for the 49ers. 31 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7. Here's Purdy. They'll try to set the screen. McCaffrey. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
That's another 49er first down.
Kittle is the man in motion.
At the 24-yard line.
Off the play fake, Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. From the 23, here's second and 8.
At the 23-yard line.
We're going to put a man in motion to the right. Throwing on second down is Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game in the pass.
Oh, a loose football. The Cowboys have it. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Dallas. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. They put Woods in motion. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And he'll be written out of bounds after a gain of 6.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And the defense can't pull up a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Catch made. That's Woods. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Timeout 49ers. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 3rd down, Purdy. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Lutz's kick is good. And the Niners move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Dortz now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys offense going to take over just before the half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Dak. That is caught downfield by Pickens. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Play action now. Prescott. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
So, the late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Purdy. Complete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As this Sunday's action is coming to a close, big day of football we had today. Here we go. Our journey through the NFL starts now, and it begins at Arrowhead, the Chiefs at home to take on the LA Rams. And this is Brian Thomas Jr. He was absolutely electric. This one of 3 touchdown grabs for him in the game. The Chiefs run their winning streak to 5 straight as they get another W. Next, it's the Windy City. We'll check in on the Bears as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Kenneth Walker III.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Levante Turpin on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Now, a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gentile. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those 2 things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
First down, Prescott. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2nd down, Prescott. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Prescott. This one caught by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go, boys!
On the handoff, this is Genty. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. This one is caught by Turpin. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Devontae Turpin. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Now Prescott. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Brandon Ayuk heading back onto the field with his 49er teammates. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. A first down throw for Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. Let's get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Purdy. He's going to air this one out. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He makes sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Back deep to receive the explosive Devontae Turpin. And great coverage on special teams to mark it down inside the 5-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. near his goal line. Prescott, he completes this one to Mechie. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
Now it's 2nd and 1. They'll run with Gilliam. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A quick throw, going to be caught by Pickens. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Genty. And he's going to pick up the first down. That's a nice run, taking it up past the 30-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll get about 5. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. Run right at the gut with Genty. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. That's Michael Williams in on the tackle.
And this is 3rd down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Prescott now. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on 4th down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting.
And try as he might, he will not get back to that line of scrimmage. They will force him out for a loss.
I understand what he's trying to do, Mike. He's thinking, can I extend this play? Can I get out of the pocket and buy some time for my receivers? But on these early downs, that's a ball that just needs to be thrown away.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Left side, caught by Lamb. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 14.
Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD. gets the Cowboys a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards. Back up to the 3. It's second and goal. Genty will take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
To kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5.
From 29. Here's second down.
The 29-yard line.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Purdy again. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to the air again is Purdy. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll throw again with Purdy. He'll get it into the hands of Kittle. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing again is Purdy. Crazy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Again in the air for Purdy. Look wide. Get this one complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
They'll send their tight end left.
The 34-yard line.
Purdy going to put it up again. Open man is Jennings. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And on left side, it's complete. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. They'll drop to throw. Catch is made by Wright. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Throwing again is Purdy. A toss left side, caught by his running back, and they'll mark him out at the 8, but it is enough to set up 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to the air is Purdy. That one intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. He gets free inside the 40 to the 20. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Dallas. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. Cowboys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
49ers 17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The 49ers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Kittle is the man in motion. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Off the play fake, Purdy. That's down the field and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The Cowboys offense ready to take over once more. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Here we go.
Prescott on 1st down. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. Sensational stacks in this one, and now that pass gets him over 300 yards on the evening.
At the Niners 15-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll stop with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah! There we go!
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. 3rd down coming up.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll throw again, Dak. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this 2-point try.
The Cowboys will
No try for it with the fullback. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
17. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. One last shot now for Purdy. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.